Alright guys, welcome back to the first update on Tropical Cyclone Kevin, which is rapidly intensifying as we speak. As you can see on the satellite imagery, looking very decent on that front. I mean, look at this. Convection extremely high around the eye wall with a clearing eye. It's clearing out at quite a rapid rate. If it fully clears out with this convection, it would be a very strong storm, trust me on that. Probably up towards category 5 status, but that isn't likely to happen if the eye, it might not even clear out at all, but there is some sort of eye there, and it is expected to intensify at quite a rapid rate. Could intensify to maybe 140, 145 miles per hour if it can, especially since this has really defied the forecast. A peak of what I believe 115 miles per hour was expected, and this storm has well and truly surpassed that as of this time. Currently the storm has maximum sustained winds between 125 and 135 miles per hour. That's 200 to 220 kilometers per hour, a pressure of 956 millibars, and it is moving east-southeast at 10 miles per hour. And of course, this is a threat to land to the Vanuatu Islands, as of this latest update brought to you by Curtis Simplified. Let's take a look at the estimates here. The latest ATCF 18Z fix 120 miles per hour, ADT 125, AIDT 125, open air 130, and the Curtis Simplified analysis going between 125 and 135, somewhere around that range currently. Take a look at the Fiji meteorological cone. You can see they are expecting a category 4 peak. I believe that has already happened now, and they were expecting that, so fair enough to them. And you can see it does speed off, goes near Conway Reef, and it does speed off and weakens quite quickly, actually very, very quickly. Not going to be a threat to New Zealand or anywhere like that. After it's past the Vanuatu Islands, it's only going to be a minor threat to Conway Reef, and then it's just going to continue and probably die off in the southern Arctic Ocean or the jet streams around that area. Take a look at the JTWC forecast cone. 90 knots, expecting a peak of 100 knots. That peak of 100 knots has already happened, and they're expecting that 95 knot peak at 0Z and the 100 knot peak at 12Z. So if we're actually basing that off the JTWC forecast cone, and we initialize this forecast with a storm with winds, let's say of 105 knots, which is 120 miles an hour, we could be seeing a 140 mile an hour storm potentially. Now, is that going to happen? Probably not, but you never know. I mean, we've just had the other storm that just passed through here, actually made a landfall on the main island where the capital is of Port Vila, of course, and then strengthened to 120 miles an hour officially. Yeah, let's just see what happens with the storm. Only time will tell. Take a look at some Dvorak imagery, and I mean, look at this. This is textbook powerful. That's literally all I can say. Minus 85 or more wrapping around the entire eye, thickly as well on the eastern side, sort of thickly on the western side. And you can see a part one of the Vanuatu Islands that actually in that very powerful convection blob. That is not very good news. The eye trying to clear out, getting around to around minus 60 degrees, minus 50 degrees. It's definitely trying to clear out at this time. I guess we'll just see if it ever does. If it does clear out, like I said, this storm could be very, very powerful. Also, the ATCF pressure, I forgot to mention that it is at 949 millibars. So, yeah, pretty deep now, according to them. Our pressure is still a bit higher, though, but you can quite clearly see that really well-defined eye. Here's the car imagery, and you can very clearly see the eye in this imagery. I mean, textbook. Minus 90 degrees in some of that eastern eye wall there, with consistent minus 80s or more in the western eye wall. Very strong storm. It's a very strong category 3 at this time. Could be approaching category 4 officially, and maybe getting up to the higher reaches of category 4 if it can. I very highly doubt it though. Anyway, thank you for watching this update on Tropical Cyclone Kevin. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next update. Peace out.